Morning. I dropped off my kids at the bus stop, and now I came up at this viewpoint to, sit in meditation and prayer. And something came to mind. It's like, how can... I'm just being called to speak, so I'm going to do it. The biggest thing within the Bible, if you notice it, there are so many scriptures that show the way of humanity. We all have to understand our human form. We all have to understand that there is a spiritual side of this world, and you cannot deny it because it's all around us. And not only the fact that it is around us, it's within us. So it's just coming to an understanding of it. Yes, we're humans here on this planet, but we're driven by such a higher source of God. And the way that I see it is that I am a vessel here on this earth. And by being a vessel that was created to experience life, I am the direct contact of God to experience his own creation through me. And he has that same form through everybody else. And it's understandable why when you read the Bible and you're only reading it at surface level, that it shows the human, the vessel, pleading over and over for justice, or pleading for saving, or pleading for some kind of understanding, and asking God, who is already within us, to give us all these things in justice to whatever situation that we're involved in. But he tells us within the Bible as well, if you really read it, you already have everything that you've ever needed. And you have every power to clear your field, to get rid of your sin. I'm reading Psalms right now, and there's a lot of pleading going on, saying, like, do not forget me. Do not let my enemies prosper in front of me, and all these other forms of pleading. We don't have to plead in this lifetime. We already are everything that we are meant to be. And that is simply because our source is God, and he is experiencing this life through our own vessel. And we are the ones that get to give him all the unique experience through our own perception and experience based upon our upbringing in life. Everybody has a story. Everybody out here has something that they've had to face one way or another in order to overcome and be better, or become stagnant, or become the ones that plead on a constant basis who can't move forward, only because they limit themselves. God has forgiven you for everything that you do because he knows you're human. He knows that you're going to make choices that may not serve your better judgment. But he knows within those choices, you will be taught a lesson in some shape or form. I'm telling you, I thought this awakening was going to be rainbows and sunshine. But the real reality of it is it's hard. It's hard sometimes to come into a different perspective of your overall vessel, of who you are in your own authenticity in this world. Yes, be exactly who you are meant to be, so that way God can create, or God can experience what he created here in this lifetime. But do it for his good, because he has all the blessings that he wants to give you to prosper. When you are facing something difficult within your life, I love it so much because I see it within my own children. when they and myself go back to God on every account, there's a way. And there's a way because the light at the end of the tunnel, what they claim, is the simple form of realization that you're going to get through it. That there's nothing in this life that can't be beat. There's nothing limited within inside your own self. The only limits that are within you are what you place on your own belief system. But coming into a higher consciousness and realization of all of that is difficult. You just have to understand that there is always another form of thinking, no matter what situation you're involved in. And the truth of it lies within inside yourself. And you can't push it away because it always appears some way, some form. You got to keep going. You got to just take it one day at a time if that's all you can do. Understand what circumstances that are playing around you. And evolve. The moment you become comfortable and stagnant, you don't give God the ability to use you as his true vessel and to interact in this lifetime and getting to experience everything that he says that you can. I know when you are stuck and you see no way through, that it is so hard to want to believe in something greater. But don't allow your limiting mindset and beliefs take you out of the game. Don't allow it to deplete you. Believe. Believe because you owe it to yourself to try something new. To experience a world that, you know what, can have light within it. There's dark, dark days that we sit in. And around this world now too, depression sets in so hard. But there is a way through. And you're not limited. And you gotta move. You can't stay stuck in one spot. You have to evolve. And you have to remember that. Maybe look at life as, ooh, God wants me to go over here so that way he can see something that's going on in this situation. Or not even in that situation, in that experience. There's something to be learned over every interaction in this life. We're called to experience adventure. Be kind, loving, and humble to yourself. Be proud of what you've overcome. But don't be arrogant about it either. Understand that every human being on this earth is the same. Their battles may be different, but they're at a certain level within their life that they're trying to overcome and deal with as well. But don't get caught up in their energy, because the moment you get caught up in their energy is when you fail. It's when you get stuck, is when you start going down the rabbit hole. Know what's for you and know what's not. And sometimes making those realizations is the hardest thing you can ever do. Because you don't know until you know. And then once you finally know, that's God's way of giving you the realization that you need to make a choice on. And you got the free will. So make a choice that betters you. And it betters you because you see the love within inside that peace and choice that you get to make. Keep going. It's a battle. And you're going to be battling it until the experience is over. Because we are not perfect in this lifetime. And we are human. And because we are human, we experience everything. Something was said, and I literally came into this. Hear me out. The devil. What is talked about over and over in the Bible. The devil is chaos. The devil brings situations that cause heartache. But the devil is your prized possession. Because the moment that you get to face the devil is the moment you get to grow. Is the moment that you get to be taught a lesson that becomes a higher version of yourself. Because in some form, you're facing something that is difficult and showing you what is either for you and what is not. So don't be afraid of the devil. You can invite him in and tell him that you love him and thank you so much for actually giving me the realization that I need. Because that's direction. He doesn't have to be so horrible. But when he is horrible, understand what you're playing in the first place. Alright, guys. Love ya.